Good evening, everyone. Another opportunity on EURNZD that I think is worth sharing publicly. On the 4 hours time frame, it is evident price action has been trading on the downside since mid-February of this year, and we continue to see a downward trend. Even though since price got to around 1.575, we've been seeing signs that insinuate um, a bullish momentum as we continue to see higher highs afterwards. Now, if we look closely into the structure, the first thing I drew was a bearish trend line, which has been guiding price action since mid of March. And as you can see, as price continue to as price touch the trend line, it gets rejected every time price touches the trend line. It got rejected not until later during the course of last week region we had a slight breakout of that trend line, a retest, then price spiraling backwards below the trend line at this point. So with this scenario, the second thing I wanted to do was that okay, what is our key level at this area, considering the structure that has happened since we had a breakout of that trend line. The first thing I noticed was that we had something like a double top structure, which is somewhat a reversal pattern where the key level identified 1.599 becomes the neckline of the structure. So let me label this the key level. Key level here is 1.599, I guess. 599. So we give it a golden color, and let me place it right above on the left hand side. So now with this set, now we have a breakdown of the neckline, which also shares the same confluence with the breakdown of the trend line as well to 1.59300, and we expect a rejection of this level to be our confirmation for a signal to the downside. However, if we look closely to what happened earlier today, we saw that we had rejection of that key level a couple of times on the 4 hours time frame, which also gives us a sign that sellers are very strong at this point in the market. So we had multiple rejection of the key level, which is also our neckline. So I like to put it here. Let me say neckline. So multiple reason which also have a neckline. So at this point, I don't know if price might do a rejection of that level once again. But one thing for sure is this: the key level at 1.59 shall be our yardstick into selling opportunity going forward. So that being said, how do we take advantage of this bearish momentum if it finally happens? First thing first, we should notice this: if at one point in time we see a break above of the ski level, a rejection of that level to the upside negates all bearish opportunity on this one. So moving on to a lower time frame, we want to look for opportunities that's going to support um, a sell on this one. So now the next thing I did was this: our key level around 1.59300, which served as a demand zone, which has been serving as a demand zone since mid April, needs to be broken to the downside for a signal of a bearish momentum. So demand zone here. So we have structures. So our demand zones inside. So let's label this. So we want to see a further breakdown of this demand zone, hereby making this level not strong enough to hold price action anymore. So after which we see a decline to the downside. So the next thing I did was that I placed the pending order at 1.59327, where I'll be looking for my sell opportunity. Let me pull out my short position meter, and it looks more like this. It looks more like this. So what I'm looking at is a take profit target of 130 pips thereabout, which is also which is going to be falling at the neckline of this double bottom structure that we've identified around this area. So, and this is the neckline of this area. That is why my take profit target is placed at 1.5800. So I'll pause the video here, and like I said, I'm looking forward to something like this, a breakdown of this demand zone, then a rejection of this trend line identified on the daily time frame, after which structures here, if we see reversal structures around there, then I'll be willing to add position to my existing position as I look forward to price touching 1.58 level in the nearest future. So I'll be pausing the video here, and let's see how price plays out as price action is being monitored. I will ensure that I try as much as possible to put updates below in the comment section on my TradingView account. So thank you for watching, and do have a wonderful night rest.